Hi, I'm John with Orange ModWorks, and in this series of videos I'll be going over how to install the various springs we have available in our store. There'll be some tips and tricks and just some general guidelines with spring installation. Alright, in this video I'm going to go over how to install a 2.5x spring into a Nite Finder. This one has already been modded with the air restrictor and everything, and the screws have been taken out, so let's get started. Now to get to the plunger housing, you have to remove these two small screws, and then everything will come loose. Oh, also, when you're taking apart a Nite Finder, do not lose this nut, or you won't be able to put the battery compartment door back on. Alright, from here, just lift out everything, like that. And this already has one of our two times springs, so I'm going to put a more powerful one on. Next, unscrew the plunger face. Comes off like so. Pull your spring, slide on the new more powerful spring. You have to hold, push up, and grip the plunger rod so the spring's out of the way. And then screw your plunger face back on. And there you go. During this whole process, you don't need to remove the trigger catch. Now for the tricky part. As you can see, the spring sticks out pretty far from the plunger. So you're going to have to get this spring to compress, not be touching the trigger catch, and get behind these two plastic shelves. So this is one of those things where it would be easier if you had 3 hands, but yeah, so compress the spring into the plunger like this. Sometimes it's easier to remove the trigger catch spring. Seat your trigger catch, and then push down on the spring like that. So it's not touching the trigger catch, and it's behind these two plastic walls. And rotate it into place. And you'll notice the plunger is just sort of loose. From here, you can push the plunger into place. And when I move my thumb here, I'm going to be pushing down with my thumb here, down on the barrel, to prevent everything from shooting upward. Like so. Now it's under a lot of pressure right now, so do not let go at this point. See, it wants to pop up. So you're going to hold down the whole assembly. This is it's a simple mod, but it's not easy to get that spring in there. And in my opinion, it's worth it. Because with this spring in the Nite Finder, it turns this gun into like a cannon. Alright, now that you've got everything down, you'll see that the spring still wants to stick out. So you can take your screwdriver and push it in so you can get a look just to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. And when you put the other half of the blaster on, it will hold the spring in the plunger. So take your trigger catch spring if you removed it, and then pick up the trigger catch. It'll rotate in its slot. Work the spring back on, and work it back in to its housing. Always easier said than done. There. Make sure it'll move freely. Alright. Now put your shell back together. and pay extra attention to the back to make sure it closes. If it closes, it's holding the spring in place. If it still wants to split, just take it off and rotate your spring until you can get the shell to close. From here, you just screw it back together, but I'm going to do a function check. I'll hold the blaster together so it doesn't split on me. There you go. Probably don't want to dry fire. Always try and test this before you put all the screws in, because if the trigger catch spring is twisted, it won't lock, and then you got to take your whole blaster apart to fix it. Alright, now just put the springs together and you're good to go. Thanks for watching.